Give us a call if you'd like to talk to Sibel Edmonds, the FBI whistleblower, FBI translator turned whistleblower, not co-founder, boy, oh boy, Brad, get it together, founder and director of the National Security Whistleblowers Coalition, who has been gagged for years by the Bush administration, and, well, now she's talking. If you want to know what she has to say, give us a call, 877-520-1150. Sibel, the lines have filled up here. You want to try to fly through a whole bunch of calls?
Oh, sure. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. You want the toughest ones first? Let's go to Christine in Los Angeles. Welcome to the Malloy Show. You got a question for Sibel, Christine?
Hey, Brad, it's Christine from KPFK. I wanted to say I couldn't think of a better substitute teacher for Malloy than you.
Bless you, Christine, and good to hear from you. Thank you, dear.
Yes, the question I had for this brave, brave woman, because she is, knowing that the head of the ISI had, I believe, wired Mohammed Atta $100,000, and knowing the criminals that we have in the Bush-Cheney, or we had in the Bush-Cheney administration, and many Americans questioning 9/11, I got to ask the question, does Sibel, what are her thoughts on 9/11 possibly being an inside job?
Thank you, Christine. I won't tell your bosses that you're listening to K-Talk instead of your own station. Thanks, Christine.
Thank you.
All right, Sibel, that's the question that comes up for me the most, of course. 9/11 was an inside job. What do you think?
Well, as I have done for the past 7-8 years, I have basically stuck with what I know firsthand directly. My own knowledge, based on my own experience, based on what I obtained, which is not a lot, but it's extremely important. And to answer a question and say, was it an inside job, it would be, first of all, it would be preposterous for me to make that call. But what I can tell you is, based on what we know already, and these are the confirmed cases, you're going to have Colleen Rowley on your show.
Yes, she's coming up tomorrow.
Exactly. Well, you look at her and her case, and then you look at the Phoenix memo with the other FBI agent in Phoenix office, the Phoenix field office. And then you look at the FBI agent Wright in Chicago, and you look at that case. And then, I don't know if you read James Bamford's latest book, what we obtained from Yemen, NSA obtained before September 11, because we were following two of these hijackers in... Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. In Yemen. Well, you put all these things, all this information that have, all this information that have come from various agencies in one place, and you look at it and you say, wow, it's very easy to write off things when you have one or two slip-offs and, attribute certain things to bureaucratic bunglings, but it goes beyond that. Now, what is that? Again, as I said, I won't be able to answer that question, but what I can answer is, we had this 9/11 commission that was formed, and first we had Henry Kissinger appointed to be the chairman of it, which tells you what they had in mind, what kind of commission they had in mind, which was going to be cosmetic. It was pretty obvious. Then we had the final commission with a bunch of people with conflict of interest, and we didn't get anything. As you see, people have been gagged. A lot of things have been classified, and you would think, well, why people would go so far to cover up bureaucratic bungling. Again, that doesn't mean, hey, this was an inside job. But what it tells you is there are a lot of things that we don't know. There are a lot of things that our government established, but they don't want us to know. I mean, the recent thing just came out a few days ago with the case against Saudi Arabia with the 9/11 family members. Well, today or yesterday it made it to the front page of the New York Times with Eric Lischbau. Okay, so now the government, our government, the Justice Department under Obama is going and saying, no, you can't get this information because you want to protect Saudi Arabia. Well, protect against what? So those are the questions that have not been answered, and those questions that have been answered, nothing has been done about it, and no explanation has been, have been given to us. So we have all these issues, and there is no simple answer. But one simple answer is yes, we are facing a lot of cover-up.
And so
I want to know why, and I'm sure you want to know why too.
No, I don't really care. Let me get to, well, actually, so it's fair to say in your case then that you don't have necessarily information that you haven't been able to disclose that reveals that 9/11 was an inside job. You just have, like I do, concerns about the information that we have, the bad information that we have, and why all these unanswered questions.
Here and say, I have information about things that our government has lied to our people, to us, not to me, because I know. For example, to say that, all right, since the fall of the Soviet Union, we ceased all our intimate relationship with Bin Laden and Taliban, and those things can be proven as lies very easily based on the information they classified in my case, because we did carry very intimate relationship with these people, and it involves Central Asia and all the way up to September 11. I know you're going to say, oh my God, there were this, we went there and we bombed the medical factory in 1990s during Clinton. We declared them most wanted. And what I'm telling you is, with those groups, we had operations in Central Asia, and that relationship, using them as we did during the Afghan and Soviet conflict, we used them all the way until September 11th.
What are you able to speak about in more detail on that material that was classified?
People have written about it based on the interviews conducted and based on other people talking about it. And you know what? It's not very difficult to put the two and two together in this. There's so much information that, of course, our mainstream media has not reported, but there have been some good books written on the topic, and that is what we have been doing, what we were doing in those years, all the way until that day of September 11th in Central Asia, in what they call as East Turkestan,
right,
where we're talking about the Uyghurs, and with Bin Laden, and via Turkey, and these are the Turkish actors because Central Asian countries, they're Turkic-speaking. You know, they have the same heritage as the Republic of Turkey. They share the same language, the same culture, and we, as a country, United States, used Turkey along with actors from Pakistan and in Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia to carry out a lot of operations. Russians have talked about it because they have been screaming about it. Again, those things have not been reported. But what we have on this, they have been classified. They've been using sensitive diplomatic relations, protecting Turkey, protecting Israel, protecting Pakistan, protecting Saudi Arabia. Well, that does not say, okay, 9/11 was an inside job, but that would tell people the information they have gagged, they have classified, a lot of things that will bring us maybe closer to the answer and why we have been lying about it, why our government has been lying about it.